I wrote Birds of Prey back in 2022. It was one of the first songs that we wrote for my band's first album. And at that point, my husband and I had been on a journey for a couple of years, reconnecting with our Indigenous heritage. We're both Métis, and we became connected with the local land back camp, and we got to hear some really moving stories from elders in the community and other community members, one of which was a residential school survivor herself, and another was a victim of the 60s scoop, and she was actually taken from her family at a young age and made her way back home and found her mother and found her siblings in her mid-20s. So I wanted to put those stories and other people's stories into a song. I first joined Age of Majority Singers back in the spring of 2020, right before everything kind of got shut down with COVID. And then once my band had written and recorded Birds of Prey, I reached out to the artistic director at the time, Brenneman, and asked if she would be interested in helping me compose a 4-part choir SATB version of Birds of Prey. And so we got together the one summer, and we sat down and we listened to the song over and over, and we kind of found some harmonies together, and Megan really did all of the heavy work of putting that into a score and making it the version that you now hear today.
I was really excited when Eric asked if I would help to arrange Birds of Prey for Age of Majority Singers. It was not only a chance to highlight the songwriting gifts of one of our choristers, but also to address the work of reconciliation that we had committed to as an arts organization in the region.
Like birds of prey on a wire, they came for us over horizons. So many remember the flames as they landed on the lane. Birds of prey.
It was my hope that on a small scale that the creative process would embody a way of working together that collectively we really want to see in this world. And I think that we were able to do that right from the arranging process, through the rehearsal process, listening to the story of a residential school survivor, sharing it with a live audience, to the recording process, and now sharing it more widely.
After so much time, I'm coming home. Your face, my heart. I look down behind, your hands are just like mine. In the spring of 2024, my band went back into the studio and we started recording the mandolin and the guitar, and we added upright bass, and we just made it this stripped down acoustic version because we really wanted the voices to come through. So we spent a good chunk of the spring recording that. And then in the summer of 2024, we brought Age of Majority Singers into the studio with us, and we layered on all of the 4-part harmonies. And so we had to do it in smaller groups. The studio couldn't fit the whole choir at once, so we split everybody up into their soprano, alto, tenor, bass sections, and we recorded each section individually. And so nobody really heard the full choir as they were singing along, right? They were just kind of hearing their parts as we were building it. After 25 years, I found my home. Child should never be alone. Been so alone. My dress, my culture, my tongue. You tell me that I'm wrong. Like birds of prey on a wire, came for us over horizons. So many remember the planes as they landed on the lakes. Birds of prey.
cost. You could not fathom the loss. No words can explain what we've seen. So try to hear us when we speak.
I feel there's a deep sadness in this song, yet a hopefulness too. The reality of all the pain and harm that has been caused by colonization and the ripple effects of that today weighs heavily. Yet there's a hopefulness in the song that speaks to the idea of the possibility of healing and repair, and that gives me hope and also reminds me that it's an ongoing work to listen and learn and to work for necessary change.
So I hope you enjoy the song. We hope you enjoy the song. We had a lot of fun making it. We put a lot of work into it, and thank you so much for the support, for sharing, for listening. And we hope that this song can help spark some conversations and that people can start thinking more about truth and reconciliation and what that means to them and what they can do for the Indigenous communities around them that are still very present today. And also realize that these stories are not so old, right? I personally got to hear from people that lived these stories that are still alive today. This was not that long ago. This was very much in our lifetime. So I hope this song, inspires people to have more conversations into the future.
For us over horizons, so many remember the plains as they took us all away.